You know what he said?
What?
Oh my god. So I was just explaining it to him and all that. I explained the orb was being weird. He was like, "Oh my god." So he's coming back tomorrow. He's excited or whatever. He's gonna be doing it. But then I just, I mean, you heard me. I was like, "You're gonna owe me one. We're letting you do this
Yeah,
and all that."
yeah.
I was talking about the house. Apparently, he needs a court order to live anywhere right now because he still has he's on bail or something. That's a whole thing. But then he's like, so I'm just trying to tell him like, you're really gonna owe me one, because I think that's like, I like the leverage, so I can get his
Yeah.
kidney. That's gonna be sweet. Like that's something Gigi and I have been thinking about for a while. We really want to get his kidney. Start like a treasure room.
Yeah.
It's been like one of our main plot points. But yeah, that's gonna be nice. You know what he also said? He told me he doesn't like hanging out with his gang anymore. He's like, you ruined my life. He's like, I feel like
How's
I outgrew my
why
gang.
is that your fault?
That's what I said. I'm like, how's that my fault? And I was like, are you still in the car with them? Like, you're an asshole, And he's like, no, no, I'm in a corner. I was like, okay,
What the hell?
I don't
What
know.
is that on you?
I don't know. Then I'm like, no, you're gonna owe me one. And he's like, well, can you just be upfront, like what I'm gonna owe you and stuff, like when it happens? I was like, yeah. And then he's like, okay. And then you know what he asked? He's like, "Is this me? My introduction to? Is this my invitation to join the guild?" And I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about? No." Also, it's like, why would you,
Unbelievable.
why would you want to join a dead gang?
Yeah, I'm looking. I got offers from other gangs.
Yeah, like I got an offer to join the Smoke Boys, for example. Like I
Whoa,
feel like,
that's a sweet
yeah,
name. Who's the Smoke Boys?
it was it was like I don't know if it's going anywhere, but it was Gigi wanted to start a crew where she would ride on a bicycle and you force people at gunpoint to smoke a pack of cigarettes. And it's gonna be called the Smoke Boys.
Whoa, and then you'd be like, you just got smoked and ride off
Yeah.
afterward. That'd be
Yeah,
pretty sweet.
exactly. Yeah.
That would
Something
be
like that.
that'd be
Yeah.
pretty sweet. Kind of like
Yeah.
what was that old bike gang we had? The Biker Boys.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't know if you were around during the Biker Boys. It was like me, Eve, Alex, Stag, and Lando, I think. And we rode around on bikes. We had these outfits, and we'd sit up on the rooftops. And when people would like walk by, we'd jump down and be like, "Caw," and like swoop down on them. It was sweet. We
Whoa.
had our own
Really?
turf and stuff. Yeah,
The fuck? Okay.
Paper Boys. That's what it
I
was.
think I might have remembered that. I wasn't there though, 'cause you guys did the Paper Boys too, and I wasn't there for that.
Oh, that's what it was. Paper Boys. That's what it
Well,
was.
I thought you guys did both. You did Biker Boys too, didn't you?
We might have, cause there was a time where we all
That
had
was
the,
motorcycles
yeah,
though,
we
the
all had the
Biker
same
Boys.
motorcycle. We all had
Because yeah, Stag
Hawkachoos.
had the ATV, if I recall.
Oh yeah, we did do one of those too. Yeah, we
Jeez.
watched that movie Biker Boys and we were into it.
Yeah, I heard
And then
about
the
that.
Paper Boys. Oh yeah, we sat outside autos.
It was pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
Jeez. Yeah, I don't know.
I
I don't know
forgot,
one thing
forgot
about him.
about
I
the
think he
Biker
said
Boy.
he says he doesn't like his gang. Like that's kind of fucked
Who's
up
the
thing to
leader
say,
of
to
his
be honest.
gang?
I don't know. I don't. It might be him. I'm not really sure. I don't know if he
Oh.
actually is. I think he's one of those people who might like. Maybe he is technically the leader, but he's like not doing gang stuff. He's probably like their
Oh.
mascot.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, okay.
Yeah, like, well, his gang's like Tree Pop. So I know like Bobby Beldrum's in it, like
Bobby
formerly known as Bon
Belgium?
Bon.
I thought he
Yeah,
was with the BBMC.
yeah, he used to be. They like died though. They broke up. A lot of
Oh.
people quit, like left the BBMC and
Oh.
did their own thing. And Bobby Beldrum like joined up with these
Ah,
guys.
Bobby's always trying to be my heckin' dad.
Still
Not still, I don't think. Not. I don't think the last
nice.
time I saw
He's
him he was.
he's kind of chilled out now.
Yeah.
It's like him, Brandon Valentino, I guess Jay Hobbs, who we just talked to, that other guy, Benicio, is that his name? Something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know who else. There's some other people. I don't remember them all off the top of my. Oh, I guess Fred, the one that they're trying to rescue. Um,
They might have to let him
I don't fucking
go.
know. Yeah, like, like that's yeah, Fred. I know. Like it sounds it's awkward, right? Like
Yeah.
just out there in purgatory. Like usually when people are in purgatory, they're like dead. So it's like, why not just like move on, get a new Fred. No offense, but it's like
It might be that time. They might need a new Fred.
you could probably find one too. Like no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. For a bit, like Sonya was doing stuff with them too, but then Sonya like disappeared. I don't know what happened to her. Maybe I should ask. Like all of her houses like stopped getting paid for and stuff too. Like she was doing stuff with them and then she just vanished.
Ooh, yeah, I haven't seen her in a while.
Maybe they killed her.
Ooh.
That would suck. I
Yeah,
should
I like
ask.
Sonya.
Because they killed a bunch of people in their gang. I heard about that. Like I talked to Brandon and he just explains like what's going on. Like I get the scoop from him. And yeah, they've killed like 3 different people from their
Holy
gang.
shit.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they killed Uncle T. Bjorn. Do you remember Uncle T?
I don't remember Uncle T.
He had a Lamborghini. He used to sell weed up here like at nighttime. He's like an old man.
Don't remember him now.
You you've probably met him before. Okay. Yeah, they killed Uncle T. They killed I don't even remember now. They've killed 3 people that I know of. I'm pretty sure. Um one of them was Uncle T. I think the other one I knew like kind of I knew them. Like I remember talking to them. I think whoever the other person is, I didn't really know them. I don't remember their name though. I don't know. Maybe I should ask. I should ask like Brandon if they have like a memorial or something. Get the
Yeah,
update.
get the scoop.
Jeez. Yeah. Oh, he asked me if like he was asking me like if you don't want to give your blood or something. Like he was like, "What if I get like Lang's blood or his hair?" And I was like, "I don't want him to come in here and touch the orb." That's what I told them. But I don't think they're cool with Lang. I can't tell, even though he was living with Lang. I think they got a rivalry or something, or they don't trust each other. But then I think he just wants to like try and sneakily get Lang's hair or like his blood or something. So I just told him like, "Hey, if it doesn't work out on the orb, then I'll just like take it from you. I'd like to add it to my collection."
Well, he's gonna
That'd be good.
take what from us?
No, no, he said he was wondering if Lang's blood or hair would
Oh,
work
he
on
just
the
wanted to
orb.
take it from Lang either way.
Yeah, and I was like, well, if it doesn't work, I'll take it then. Like, so we can add it to our collection. So if Lang like ever crosses us, we could like clone him or something.
Whoa.
We get an exact replica of him. Yeah. Like we just replace him with like our synthetic Lang.
That'd be pretty cool.
Wouldn't that be cool? Oh my God, you know what's crazy? I don't know what the hell
What?
Lang's up to, and honestly, I don't entirely care. Like, whenever he was at the house, though, he's very sick. I felt like a hospice worker talking to him. We didn't talk that much. But, like, I don't know. He's up to some shit, man. He's up to something.
Like with what? What do you mean?
I don't know. So, do you know who CJ is?
Oh yeah, I think I met her. I don't really know her though.
Yeah, you've probably met her in passing. Okay, well, she's like, okay, so she's in Cyprus. Um, but now she's like Lang's like, she's like his best friend. It seems like she's like doing tasks for Lang and stuff all the time. It's a whole thing. So I thought I heard something. She's like doing tasks for him and stuff. And you know what? I saw her at the house like yesterday. After no one's living there anymore, including yesterday. And she went into the backyard, and Lang spent all of his time crafting a black cane with like a bird head on the end for some reason. Like he's got really into woodworking. I don't know. I just thought it was cool that he has like a special interest or something. But like he spent all this time making a black cane with like a bird head on the end, I guess for himself. But then I see CJ there yesterday and she's just in the backyard talking to nobody. But actually, I look closer. I'm like behind a corner because she just parks in front of the house on the street, doesn't even pull over, runs to the backyard. So I'm like, what the hell is she doing? Because I was across the street on the phone and then I'm watching her. And then she's just like yelling, talking to nobody. And I'm like, what the hell is she talking to? And then I look closer. She's talking to a fucking bird. Like on the roof, she's talking to a
Whoa.
black
What
bird.
if it's
Yeah.
actually a drone bird?
it might be a drone. I don't know what's going on. There's something like that going on. She's talking to
Ooh,
like a black bird, and then I'm like, what the
that
hell are
is
you doing? When she
sus.
like turns the corner, and then she's like denying all of it. She's like, what do you mean? What am I doing? And I was like, what are you doing? Like, who are you talking to? And then she's like, come here. Then she just like walks up to the workbench that Lang was working on. She's like, I was here to get the metal scraps. Is that okay? I was just taking them back for Lang or whatever. And I was like, uh, yeah. And then the bird's still there, like on the roof, on the corner. And I keep like doing this. I'm looking at her and then the bird. I'm doing that. And I'm like, who are you like talking to though? And then she was like, what? I'm not talking to anyone. And I was like, really? And she's like, yeah. And then I'm looking at the bird and the bird just vanishes before my very eyes, like while I'm looking right at it. And then she's just like being really suspicious. And then I'm like, okay. And she's like, yeah, I think you're like maybe like losing it, man. And I was like, no, I think it's you who's losing it. And then she just like, she seemed like really like suspicious or nervous. And then she just kind of wandered off and
What the
like ran to
hell?
her
That sounds.
car. Yeah,
I have to keep an eye on her. I think the birds are
yeah.
up to something.
I think the birds are up to. Come here.
It's gotta be the birds.
Bjorn, you got to keep this a secret, okay? This is like
Okay.
really secret. Like
Okay.
I wouldn't even bring this up to people who are in the know, okay?
Okay.
Like for real. Apparently, like I don't really know more about this. It's just from what I've been hearing, okay? But like apparently like I don't know how or why, but apparently like Lang and CJ are I don't really know how it works, but I think like she's like I think he told her about Talon stuff.
What? How do you know
And
that?
well, Gigi told me
What?
because Gigi, when they were staying there, she was like spying on the house from the house next door. I put a camera in the main house, and we had like a speaker in there that she could listen to. Like, well, the camera. I had a camera,
So
and then she
Gigi
was
knows
intercepting their
about it?
phone calls about Talon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, she heard them talking about it like on the phone. CJ's like not always completely like quiet about it. Wait, no, someone told her about it in the past. Like I think CJ might have brought it up in the past, like not knowing it was a big deal, or maybe she was just talking on the phone about it more openly, and Gigi like heard
Monka.
about Talon, and then I like explained it to her a little bit because like I just remember you guys talking about it, like when Lando just started telling everybody, kind of thing,
God damn
when
it,
it became less of
Lando.
a secret. Actually, no, I think who told me was I think Lando started telling everyone, but like Lando didn't tell me. I think Trey and I talked about it or something. Maybe?
Trey probably found out from Lando. Damn it.
Yeah.
Lando's lucky he didn't die from all that.
Yeah, well anyway, that was like a whole thing. And yeah, so I just explained to Gigi what like it kind of was. I don't like know everything about it, but I just know like, Lang was just doing like some terrorist shit under Talon is basically the TLDR, right? And then what, you guys had like bombs in your neck or something? That's about it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Well, that's what Gigi knows too, and I mean she knows not to talk about it because I think they're like a bit suspicious of her occasionally, but it's not even justified. Like she actually hasn't done suspicious stuff to them. Lang's just like a doomer or something, so we just talk about stuff like that. But yeah, CJ's like doing like tasks for him and stuff like that, and like this makes me even more suspicious. Where she's picking up his stuff, talking to a fucking bird, and then she's just lying about it. Like she could have just been like, "Yeah, I'm picking up the cane he like made at your house." But she's acting like I'm suspicious when I show up to my own house because I'm there. And then I go into the backyard, ask her what she's doing. That's clearly suspicious. She could have just been like, I'm just picking up Lang's stuff. Then if I was like, who are you talking to? She could have just been like, I like to talk to wildlife. She could have just said that. And I would have just thought she's a weirdo and I would have moved on with my life. But she was being really suspicious, you know?
Very
And
sus,
also she was the
yeah.
only one meeting with Lang and talking to him. I don't really know if I care what he's up to, but like something's up, you know?
That's pretty sus.
It's very
Oh,
sus,
maybe
yeah.
maybe keep cameras in your house and keep listening.
No one lives there anymore.
Oh wait, Lang's gone?
He's gone. He left the same day. Yeah, his trial happened.
Oh shit.
I think
Okay.
he's in prison right now for a little bit. And then he's on like a long parole or something.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, when he goes back to parole, is he going back to your house, or is he done with your house
No,
now?
he's done with the house.
Damn.
I think, unless they change it up a little bit.
Damn. Would have been
I
sweet to
didn't
get.
talk to him that much. We talked a little bit, but he didn't talk to anybody like in his gang really either. He basically just talked to CJ and occasionally like I think he said some stuff to like Tony or like some others like that a bit, but he mostly just talked to CJ.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know. I just know they're up to something. I don't really know what though. And also Edgar's up to something too, but I don't know. A lot of the stuff they're up to, I don't know if I entirely care about it, but there's like a whole thing going on. Like one night there was someone in all black taking pictures of the property who had a gun out in like a
Of your
car. I've never
property in
Yes.
Grapeseed?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, there's this like organization called the Faceless or something, and I'm pretty sure it was them trying to like stalk Lang or Edgar. I'm pretty sure they're after
What
both of
the? Who
them.
the hell's the faceless?
I don't know. It's like a
Okay.
weird like an organization, you know? Like a I don't know if it's like a paramilitary thing or if it's like some weird like some terrorist shit. I'm not sure.
Damn.
There's
Okay.
someone in some car that like you can't buy or anything like that. I've never seen on the street before. They parked it. They were like on a radio
Yo, what's
in
up,
like kind of like
Prophecy?
a blacked out
Yo, 8-bit,
military
thank you for the
type
follow.
outfit.
Prophecy,
They
thank
were
you for the
taking
follow.
pictures. Gigi and I were like just watching them because Gigi was in the house next door, and then I was just like inside the house. And we were just watching them. Yeah, and then they had like a crazy gun and stuff. They were taking pictures. Then they like ditched their car and like they drove away, ditched the car, and were gone. They're being very sus. Like I was in the house for a bit. I would show up at 2 a.m. every night and just turn on Sloan Kelly, max volume, like a good landlord in case anyone was awake. I
Yep,
just wanted to
yep,
blast music
yep.
at my own house. And when they were there, they changed the song on the radio, like somehow when I was in there. It
The,
freaked me out.
ooh, okay, okay.
Yeah, and they weren't in the house. I don't think. All the doors were locked.
What if they were already inside before you got there?
It's possible, but I'm pretty sure I saw them walk up.
Oh,
I saw them on the porch. Like they were on their radio. They were talking to someone.
sussy.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
We're
so
gonna have
there's
to
some
keep an
weird
eye out.
dynamic where yeah, Edgar's like in some shit where he's like so there's this group called the Faceless where I think both him and Lang separately are like oh the Faceless painted had like Lang's room painted to like match their color scheme or something to send some strange message. Not really sure. They repainted his walls. It wasn't him who did it to like threaten him or something. I'm not sure. But yeah, this organization doesn't like either of them, I don't think. But like they both seem to be in some shit with them. I'm not sure. And Edgar is like really freaked out about it. I don't know about Lang. And then Edgar's in some other stuff regarding like Norman Bones and whatever the hell we're doing with this orb. Don't think it's entirely connected, but it kind of is. At least the purgatory thing. I don't know,
A
man.
lot
There's
of
just a
weird
lot going
stuff
on.
going on. There's a
Yeah, and then
lot of weird stuff.
Lang's just out there like having CJ do like his weird suspicious errands, which I don't even know what that's about. And apparently Lang and Edgar they don't trust each other. Or Lang doesn't trust him or something. Like they don't I don't think they're working together. So there's like three different groups all like going against each other. It seems like three strange shadow organizations. So I don't know.
It's a lot. There's a lot
I
of
don't know if like the
stuff.
Talon stuff is like a shadow organization though, or if it's just Lang like doing his errands and stuff. He just has like some goal that he's just doing with CJ. I'm not sure.
I don't know. We might have to keep an eye on CJ if we can. I mean, one of those Cypress groups is making me an offer. Wonder if I should join and then keep an eye on him.
Which one?
Uh, I think it's the South one because I think it's with Harry and
Okay,
Luciano.
okay, CJ's in North Cyprus, but apparently
Hmm.
she used to spend a lot of time with him. Apparently now she'll be there for like a few hours, but then like for she's around a long time every day. She just like kind of disappears and is doing her own thing for like a while now. And she's like doing strange tasks.
Hmm.
So I don't know. Yeah.
Okay. There's a lot
And
of
I think she's like
info.
suspicious of everyone now. Yeah.
Might have to keep an eye out, see if we hear anything else or anything else
I mean,
important.
thing is though, I don't know if any of this is even relevant to us. You know what I
It might
mean?
not be,
Like
yeah, but
some of it kind of is that I've been snooping on a bit, but I don't think it like for example, Edgar being in some weird deal with Norman Bones, I don't really care about, you know? Like that's kind of his problem. I don't really want to get wrapped up in that. You know what I mean?
yeah, I guess we just it can't hurt to stay in the know if we can keep our heads
Yeah.
down.
Or like so Edgar's in like this weird he was gonna have this meeting with apparently, from what I understand, the faceless people, like that group. And then he was trying to invite me to the meeting, but then he was basically telling me that like I'm gonna get in like an eternal servitude to like this group if I go to that meeting. And I'm like, no, man, I'm not going to the meeting.
What?
Yeah. He's like,
Why
it's
would
gonna be like a
anyone go to that
lifelong.
meeting?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. Yeah, so I was like, I'm not going to that if I'm gonna be like, if I have to make like a lifelong bond to like whatever the hell this is about.
Yeah, that was
Because
crazy.
he's like convinced that like the fate of like the world is like on the line with this group or some shit like that. Like he described it like that, but also he's very over dramatic about literally everything, so you literally can't tell. I can't tell. I can't tell like what's what.
Yo, Lum Lum and no FPS, thank you guys for the follows. Hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Damn, that's a lot of shit. Yeah, I don't know. I
Yeah.
mean, I think we try to like keep an eye on it, but maybe not get too involved to
I don't know. I think over time he'll probably just tell us a bunch of stuff, to be honest. But like,
yeah.
I mean, I'm
Well,
curious,
it seems
but
like
it's
you're
like,
like you might be able to get a bit out of Edgar.
yeah, he might trust me less though if I get his kidney.
Maybe, or maybe he trusts you more because you have his kidney. Could go either
Why?
way. Why not?
Yeah, I guess that's true. I don't know. I could convince him it's like a phylactery or something in case he dies again. I'm doing it for his own
Ooh,
good, but
yeah.
actually I just want his kidney.
Yeah, spin it so it's for his benefit. Like, what if something happens and you need an extra kidney? We got one for you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Maybe. But yeah, there's like some strange faceless stuff is weird though. Like we got a picture of him. It's just some guy and like there's multiple of them clearly because they were talking on the radio, but like they're very sus, very suspicious.
You don't know anything about him?
No. No, it's someone
Damn.
on the radio. I mean, from what I understand, they're always like using a voice changer. They were on the radio. They took pictures of the property, I think intending for someone to see it, or maybe they sent the pictures to Lang or something. And then Winsong got a sketchy call on the phone where they basically like threatened her and made her like repaint Lang's room like of their color scheme, which is like red, blue, and black, because they give out like cards or some shit like that. That are those to like I don't know, send him a message. I'm not really sure. Yeah, it's a whole thing. And I guess Edgar's in some deal with them, but I guess they're just threatening Lang for some reason. But I guess Edgar did kind of describe it like he's like in some contract with them, basically, which seems to be his status in also like the weird spooky lighthouse stuff. So I don't
Why
know.
would anyone go into that contract with
Well, Edgar's stupid, so that's probably why he went into the contract with them.
them?
Like, for example, the whole Norman Bone stuff, this is unrelated. It all ties in together
God, I
weirdly,
hate
but
that
it's
guy.
yeah, Edgar just went this all started because Edgar went to Norman Bones one day and he's like, please get my friend back. Someone else died. Same thing, basically. Someone else died, and he's like, please just bring my friend back. I'll do whatever you want as long as you help me get my friend back, please. He's like, I'll kill 1,000 people if that's what it takes. Like he said that to Norman Bones, and Norman Bones was like, okay,
Of
sure.
course he did.
Yeah, he's just dumb. He's really dumb. Do you know why he went to jail? He went to
Hmm.
jail because he killed a bunch of people or whatever, like in his group, like bloodouts, whatever it is, right? And then Apparently when he like allegedly went missing and was in purgatory or some shit like that, his lawyer just released like some paper where he admitted to a bunch of murders. Why would his lawyer do that?
Yeah,
Like apparently
not
he had a
good.
signed he like signed a confession like document, and his lawyer when Edgar went missing just gave it to the police. First of all, why would you even write that? But second of all, why would the lawyer ever give that out? Like, isn't that like the opposite of what a lawyer is supposed to do? He said he got a new lawyer, but still,
Who was his lawyer?
someone named Robin, I think.
I never
Someone
used
named
that
Robin.
lawyer.
Yeah, that's. I know. I asked. Yeah, because I didn't want to use that lawyer. Yeah, it's crazy.
Damn.
So yeah,
Well,
Edgar just makes bad choices. Not good at making choices.
yeah, I don't know if I want to trust him with my blood.
Yeah, and then I get the vibe that like Lang's dying or something, or he plans to like, and he's just trying to do like his one last thing. What I don't know what his thing is though. I don't know what he's planning, but it just seems like, because like it seems like he's growing more distant from Cyprus and stuff too, and he's just focused on like one thing while he's like slowly getting sick or something. Actually, I don't even know if he's sick. I think he's just like old, and he's just like done with that stuff. I don't know. I don't know if any of whatever he's up to is relevant though, to be honest.